Ladies and gents, we are nearly at the end now, aren't we? We've almost made it through all of the joy and excitement of this election campaign. I mean, can we call it joy and excitement? Can we, really? Has there been anything that has elicited joy or excitement for you by way of what the parties are offering? I mean, for me, it's been less joy and excitement and more gin and resignation, I think. I mean, what are they offering you, really? The Tories are offering you more Tory, more corruption, incompetence, more donors dictating policy. Labour are offering, what are they offering? They're offering, we're not the Tories. Who else have we got? Reform. Reform are somewhat uncharacteristically embarking on recycling by way of offering up Liz Truss's agenda all over again. Slash the taxes. Slash the taxes. How are you going to pay for it, Richard? Look over there, some foreigners. The Lib Dems are offering, I mean, they are actually offering real joy and excitement, are they not? By way of Ed Davey, you know, that is literally what you get with Ed Davey, is joy and excitement personified. You know, what has his campaign been like? It's been like roller coasters in the first week, kayaking, paddle boards, bungee jumping this week. Will he cut taxes or will he borrow? I just don't know, but look at that smile as he base jumps off the Houses of Parliament. It's joy and excitement from Ed Davey. Progressively so as well. I mean, we're a couple of days away max now from the next stunt. And the next stunt will be him dressed as Boris Johnson doing a stunt, getting stuck on the zip wire. It's joy and excitement and stunts and danger. We're a matter of days away from like the stunts have got progressively more full-on and arguably more dangerous. Like if the campaign was stretched out for another couple of weeks, I reckon it'd get to the end of it, it'd be like Ed Davey's latest electoral campaign stunt. He tries to survive on minimum wage for a bit. What else have we seen over the last few weeks, guys? We've seen the Tories progressively lose the plot. I mean, it's actually been quite sad, hasn't it? It's like seeing your granddad gradually envelope deeper into dementia. Like, who remembers when the Conservative Party used to be seen as the natural party of government? Didn't they? The grown-ups in the room. Like, they used to have this reputation as the sensible ones in nice suits that you would call in after Labour had made a mess of things and spaffed all the money up the wall. But now it's like, what's happened now? Now it's 180'd, guys. Now you've got a sensible, boring Keir Starmer. He's like, listen, Mark, Rishi, all of you, Suella, could you just stop anger wanking into that flag for 5 minutes? Just long enough to hand over the keys. Thank you. Why don't you go with that lot? Yes, they've all gone over there into the field. Over there. Thank you. Yeah, go and join them. They're all Morris dancing to Mark Francois, who's singing Benny Hill numbers. Off you fuck. Right, come on, Angela, Bridget, everyone, let's try and clean this mess up. Like, Labour are the boring, sensible ones now. How wild is that? When as recently as 2017, remember, it was the Labour Party who were being portrayed as, you know, studenty, common room ideologues, while the Tories were portrayed as, you know, sensible Democrats pursuing the Brexit mandate, while we pesky lefty Ramonas were hysterically warning against the doom that might be visited upon us. So it used to be like Team Blue who was seen as the sensible ones. While now, you know, in this campaign, it's been like, you know, Labour and the Lib Dems and the Greens all basically saying, do you know what? Maybe we could do things a bit differently. While it's the Tories who have lost all grip on reality. They're like, oh my God, there's only 5 days left to stop this Marxist communist supermajority. Like, have you seen some of the opinion stuff? Not even the opinion. Have you seen the front pages of the Mail and the Express and the Telegraph? The most left-wing government in our lifetime. Really? Starmer is a Marxist. He's going to turn us into Venezuela. Will he, though? I mean, will he? Do you actually believe that? Really? That Starmer is a Marxist, communist, and his policies will turn us into the next Venezuela? Really? Like, I swear to God, like, the Telegraph's editorial meeting now is just like, it's just Alistair Heath and Charles Moore wearing, like, big purple top hats. Like, come with me into here. It's a land of pure imagination. What else has been happening? We've seen Labour basically rule everything out. Everything. Are you going to raise taxes? No. Are you going to stop selling arms to Israel? Probably not. What about the national debt? Are you going to borrow more? Nah, mate. Nah. Right. Well, what about growth? Are we going to have growth? We'll see. We'll see. Like, if Labour comms actually had an honest campaign slogan for this election, it would be Labour. Yeah. Wouldn't it? But no. Instead, what have they gone with? What's their campaign slogan been this time? It's if you want hope, you have to vote for it, right? If you want change, you've got to get out and vote for it. Guys, you've got to vote for hope. You've got to vote for change. We all need hope and change. Until now, right? It was basically 4 weeks into the general election campaign. And everyone's like, what exactly is the broader message here? And then they're like, well, it's that we hope things will change. Right, okay. And will they? We'll see. The Greens have also played a, small role in this election. The Greens have probably had the most sensible manifestos out of anyone out there, right? They're moving to renewables. They're investing in public services. They want to hold back on selling arms to murderous states. And everything starts to feel a little bit, joy and excitement rather than hope and change, until you start to see their policy for giving up nuclear weapons. I don't know if we're going to do... And then you're a bit like, are you sure, though? Are you sure that at this precise moment, in the rich tapestry of geopolitical instability that we are tightroping at the moment? What have we got? We've got Russia ploughing into Ukraine. We've got Donald Trump probably about to take the White House again. We've got Israel pissing off everyone in the Middle East. Are you sure that now is the time that we should be giving up our defences? Right now, really? Like, I'm not a big gun nut, I'm not a big, let's throw billions into the military industrial complex that they call it. I'm not a big gun nut or weapons guy. Generally, I'm, quite a liberal, compassionate fella, I think. But equally, if you put me in a war zone, I'm going to be wearing a bulletproof vest, not a Hawaiian shirt. Do you get me? We're going to be investing in renewables. We won't be slashing taxes. In fact, we'll be investing in public services. Oh my God, this all sounds really cool. And we'll be giving up on nuclear weapons. Oh, you are so close. So close. Carla, you almost had it. Damien, can we get the runner-up prize? Give her a pen. I'll tell you who has been noticeably absent from the campaign thus far. Lawrence Fox and the Reclaim Party. Noticeably absent. And I suppose, there could be many reasons for that, right? I wonder if perhaps Lawrence Fox didn't fill out his candidacy forms correctly again. Or maybe it's, could be that the guy who bankrolled Lawrence Fox and the Reclaim Party, I heard somewhere that he might have financially pulled the plug on it, so that could explain it also. Don't know if that's confirmed or not. Either way, could be absolute rubbish, but I'd heard that. But it could also be that given the hugely dishonest nature of politicians with their manifesto commitments and their promises, the hugely dishonest nature of politicians in election campaigns, when you marry that to his recent history of being sued into oblivion for running his mouth off. I mean, it could be that Question Time and Koonsberg have invited him on, but he's just quickly looked at his wallet, checked his current account, and he's accurately concluded that, do you know what, I'd love to, but I don't think I can afford it. Anyway, not long to go now, is it, until either, full-scale Tory oblivion, or indeed, it could be the further rise of the hard right. That's another possible outcome or end game of this election. We're in a weird situation, aren't we, in this final week of campaigning, where it's almost like the hard right are cheering on the demise of the Conservatives almost as much as people on the left. While the left-leaning types celebrate this as, the sunsetting of an outdated, cruel, self-serving institution, it feels like the right-leaning types, I honestly think it's so uncomfortable for them that they are effectively being proven wrong at the ballot box, right? They are on course to lose an election. And it's so uncomfortable for them, the idea of backing a losing horse, that they are abandoning said horse to run to Reform, because that is the latest show in town that gets them G'd up about their anger and victimhood. It's Boris in the Red Wall in 2019. It's a showman with glitter and music, somebody that's getting them to feel good, to feel happy about their hate, that gets them to feel good about their bad, that gets them to feel populist about their problems. But you know what? As we reach, the end game of this campaign, I'm forced to ask myself, what happens if and when Labour do get in? Where will that anger go? It's not just going to dissipate. These aren't the kinds of people who go, well, I guess we got it wrong. Let's all root for the Prime Minister. Let's get behind him. The best man won. Where will that anger go after Thursday night? That's my question. God, it's all so bloody depressing, isn't it? Might be time for another double gin and resignation. After you with the bass jump, Ed.